Have you ever? I know it's one thing when people say you didn't have faith, but it's another thing when you know you had faith. And you may not have even had the amount of faith that you wanted, but the Bible says it doesn't take big faith to do big things. Jesus said, all I need is faith the size of a mustard seed. And mustard seed faith can move mountains. And many of us know there were seasons in our life where we at least had mustard seed faith. I'm not saying, PD, I had the most faith in the world, but I had mustard seed. And have you ever believed for something to live that you watched die? Watch the vision die. Watch the dream die. Watch the business die. Watch the ministry die. Watch the relationship die. And you had faith. And when something that you wanted to live dies, it affects your faith. Where are my honest people at here? Come on. When you were confident and bold and convinced and convicted, and then when all that confidence and all that conviction manifests itself in something that you wanted to live dying, it'll shake that faith a little bit. This is what I call faith trauma. It's a result of a disturbing and disappointing experience in the past that affects your ability to believe big in the future. It's not that I don't believe, I just believe with boundaries. This is what I call safe faith. I believe for the unlikely, not the impossible. Because the unlikely is safe. The unlikely keeps me from being disappointed. The unlikely is actually could be accomplished with just a little bit of God's help. If I just work hard enough and God just help me a little bit, I can accomplish that. Safe. Peter is suffering from this. Pastor Dharius, what else is he suffering from? Not just disappointment in God, but also disappointment in himself. What do you mean? Because prior to Jesus' death, Peter had made all these promises. He looking at Jesus saying, I'm a real one. I don't know about all these other ones. But when it all shake out, I'm going to be here. I'm with you. I'm riding with you. I'm ride or die. Jesus said, man, please. Before this rooster crows in the morning, you will have denied me 3 times. Peter like, please. I mean, he talking heavy. He talking, this big Peter, not the little one. He talking spicy. Jesus said, man, please. And before that rooster crowed the next morning, 3 times he denied Jesus. So he's not just disappointed in God, he's disappointed in him. Have you ever been disappointed in you? When you've made promises to yourself, never again. This was the last time I take that. This is the last time I accept that. This is the last time I do that. This is the last time I allow that. Have you ever made promises to yourself and had to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself off? Let me go to this side over here. I want to talk to some people that are honest enough to say, I've had to tell myself off sometimes and just look in the mirror and say, you're just gullible. That's what you are. You're just weak. That's what you are. You just fall for anything. That's what you are. He's disappointed in himself. And I say this disappointment is mismanaged because it's mismanaged in his activity. While the text says in John 21:3, Peter says, I'm going out to fish. See, let me tell you why this is significant. It's significant because Peter says, I'm going out to fish. I'm going back to fishing. Because when Jesus calls Peter, he calls him out of fishing. This is what he was doing prior to meeting Jesus. And Jesus said, I want you to follow me because from this time forth, I'll make you a fisher of men. So not literally, but metaphorically, what this can represent for you and I is how mismanaged disappointment will drive you back to what he called you out of.